Hello, Charlotte. Pleasure to meet you. So we're here to talk about your new film. But before we get to that, I just wanted to, there was something that I'd heard and I was quite curious about. So my understanding was that it was Lee Francis as Keith Lemon who inspired you to study to get into acting. Is that right?
It had a element to me wanting to.
Right.
Yeah, basically, when I was younger, I had always wanted to act. No one in my family or friends did anything like that. I went to a very academic school. Um, and then the happy medium was kind of presenting and journalism. And then basically, during the time when I was presenting, I got offered to have a role in the Keith Lemon film, playing a presenter, a reporter, but I had a shot off camera as well, on camera, if that makes sense. And I just loved doing it. And Nick Mamsey at the time was head of Lionsgate, and he actually had come down to watch just by chance that those few scenes I was shooting. And he was like, "Oh, you've got really good comic timing. You should be doing this." And I was like, "I've always wanted to do it." But then that was a long time before I then decided, right, the kids are at school, I'm going to go and study. And that's what I did and graduated in 2021 as a mature student.
Well, so that brings us to your latest film, and you have been very busy the past few years, but your latest film is Secrets. So, for anyone who's not seen that yet, what's that about?
It's out August 19th, and it's about moral dilemma. It's a cautionary tale. It's a very tense, I'd say, carefully crafted story, and it's about right and wrong and the secrets people keep. And it's a drama thriller. Some might say it's got psychological thrill elements in there as well. And it's a very intense film at the end. It's not like a feel-good film. If you want to go and have like a rom-com, this is definitely not the sort of film you want to watch. But we sort of hope it brings up questions at the end about who's good, who's bad, whose behaviour is justified. And it's about your past catching up with you, and that you can't really ever run from it. You can't really bury things forever. It's kind of a bit like that. But I loved shooting it. It was, despite the fact it's a very emotional film for my character and very hard hitting, but everyone there was lovely. So it was one of my favorite jobs.
So, when you first got the script, and as you're reading through it, did you manage to work out what the secret or secrets were before the reveal?
Well, do you know what? I was reading it, and obviously, a good sign when you're reading the script is that I wanted to finish it in one sitting. I never put it down. I literally read the whole thing from front to back in one go. But I kept changing my mind throughout, which I thought was also really good. And at the end, I was pretty shocked with the ending. So I think I've got it right, and then I think I haven't. So it was like that, which I thought was another reason why I thought this is really good. Because hopefully people will think, "Oh, that's obvious. Oh God, no, it's not. Oh, yes, it is." And it's like by the end of it, you're like, "Oh, right."
Has anyone that you've watched it with, family or whoever, family and friends, have they kind of worked out where it goes in the end?
No, I watched it with my husband, and he was like, "I would not have guessed that."
It caught me by surprise as well. So you mentioned the ending of the film. Now I'm obviously not going to give the end away, but your character goes through pretty significant distress by the
Yeah.
end. So maybe this is a technical acting question, but how do you maintain the upset and the tears when filming? Because it's filmed, obviously, as most people know, a shot at the time. So to
Yeah.
maintain that level of distress and tears can't be
Yeah.
easy.
It is. It does. It's very emotionally draining. It obviously wears you out, like because it's constant. With it, because my character sort of, as you mentioned, I'm on a downward spiral. I play Sammy, a single mum in it, and I end up having this big breakdown. But the director, Chris Norton, who is really good at helping you get to your place you needed to go, he knew that if we're going back into it, I might need a couple of minutes because I use music a lot for emotion. It makes like certain songs, and to put yourself back in that place. If I need to do it quickly, it's funny, I'll have certain songs I'll put on, and he says, "We're going to shoot in about a minute. Do you want to put your headphones in?" And he's really good at talking. So when I'm on set, I'll always talk as the character's I. So instead of going Sammy this, Sammy that, I'll be like, oh, and I feel this, and I think that really helps because you then feel like you're talking about you, and I think you relate to it quicker and the emotion comes quicker. But yeah, he was a brilliant director, and that obviously really helps because when he's talking to you, he helps you get to that place as well, and he lets you have quite a free reign. Like that final scene, some of it was improvised. We sort of just went with what came out of our mouths, basically. So yeah, it was a really good experience, and the rest of the crew and cast absolutely loved. It was a real team effort because I think on sets a lot of the time you might have some egos or you think other people are more important than other people, but we were all equal, and that's a good. I mean, that's a testament to the director as well. Everyone had their job. Everyone felt valued. No one was more important than anyone else. And yeah, and I loved the rest of the cast as well. They were all brilliant to work with. It helps.
Just out of interest, then you mentioned about music to get the emotion. What music did you use? Did you listen to?
A few different songs that are on a playlist. That so one of them that I listened to at the end, funny enough, was called, you might not think, God, I don't really relate that to it. It was Say Something. I can't remember who does it, who plays that, but or just songs, and I kind of that was the one that I was listening to just before the end scene. Say Something. It's just sort of
Who's that by?
oh God, I can't remember. I should know. I could actually probably tell you if I have a quick look. But
Is it, it's not
it's
James, is it?
no. It's like a newer one. That's what I'm saying. You might think, oh gosh, why would that be like that emoted to you? By A Great Big World. So that's who it's by.
Right.
But I just put it in. Well, then there's also The Blower's Daughter. I quite like that as well. That was another thing that got me. But I mean, and also it's just you don't always have to use that to get you to that place of emotion because a lot of it was obviously I don't want to give anything away as well, but if I was still feeling it and I was in that situation in the scene and what was going on, if I was already there, I could stay there as well because you're obviously who you're acting with, you're reacting, and if you're in that place, then and you're both there, it's much easier to stay in it. But like we didn't stop and start a lot in those really emotional scenes because I think that's quite difficult to do.